Morning peeps, welcome back to another tube. I need to sort the angle out again. There we go. Yeah, welcome back to another tube. Today we have got a 1,400 calorie full day of eating. If I can actually sort this out. What the hell? Right, that'll do. 1,400 calorie full day of eating. I've got a bit of a dilemma as well. I want to do full day of eating on a training day, which is today, full day of eating on a rest day, which is tomorrow. I'm unsure whether to do one long video or two like shorter-ish videos, but today's video should still be long anyway. I think I'm going to split it into two videos. So today's training day, 1,400 calories. I'll take you through all the macros and that at the end of the day. Obviously we've got a delts and arms session as well. We've got cardio to do, we've got work to do. But anyway, let's just get straight into things. We have got meal number one. Let me flip here. There we go. So here we have 2 eggs, 2 slices of ham, and a very small amount of reduced fat cheese. We've then got 1 bagel thin to go with that, so the egg will obviously go in there, and then 250 grams of grapes. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy, but this is my highest carb meal of the day, so very peak. But scram this now, do a bit of work, wait for HL to get here, and then I will train, and I will record some of that as well for the tube. Right boys, as you can probably tell, that is training done. Delts and arms, plus 25 minutes of cardio. Let me just shut that actually, because the gym's nice and loud, which I actually do really enjoy. So yeah, delts and arms done. Session was, I only recorded like 2 things, but the session was machine lateral 3 sets, tricep press down 3 sets, overhead extension, tricep 3 sets, dumbbell lateral 3 sets, preacher curl machine 3 sets, reverse pec deck 3 sets, and a behind the back cable curl 3 sets, plus 25 minutes of cardio. So it seems like a hefty session, but because the movements obviously aren't very taxing, I get through it in probably like an hour, just over an hour. And then obviously I've got cardio to do on top of that. Jesus, I can't even hold this steady. Anyway, it is time for meal 2. So it is 11:45 already, which is actually quite good, because whenever I'm dieting, if I train in the morning sometimes, well, most of the time I train in the morning, sometimes I'll train really early, because I need to eat my pre-workout, because I'm starving, I want to eat it, I eat that, then I'm training at like 7 AM, and then I'm finished by 9, and I can't be having meal 2 at 9 AM, so meal 2, 11:45 is this. So we have, let me open up this joint. You see as well, this was all prepped last night because I knew I'd be in the office this morning. So, how do I fucking do this? Right, there we go. Meal 2. We have 250 grams, 0% fat Greek yogurt, 10 grams of whey, like 1 gram of salt, and then 100 grams of blueberries. So, as you can see, not very much, and I will probably inhale this in like 30 seconds, and then for the rest of the day it's just 0 carb meals. So I'm going to eat this, do like maybe like 15 minutes quickly of work, then I need to go back home, I need to sort the dog, walk the dog, and I need to prep meals meals 4 and 5, sorry. And then I'll be coming back here to do work for the rest of the day. So I'm going to put the camera down now. Actually, I'll take 1 mouthful for you. It's bussing. So good. So yeah, gonna eat this, do a little bit more work, and then I will catch you probably when I'm prepping meals meals 4 and 5 later on when I get home. Right boys, it is 1 o'clock and we're about to start prepping meals 3 and 4. So I'm not actually going to eat either of these meals just yet, even when I prep, so I'm not going to eat them. I'm going to try and wait till around 3 o'clock-ish to have meal 3, then I'll have meal 4 about 5, and then meal 5 I'll probably have at about 7. So very, very simple meal for meal 3 and 4. They're both exactly the same, which is quite handy because it means I can prep them together, and it just makes prepping food really easy, which is a good tip if you're dieting or you're in a gaining phase and you don't mind just eating the same things. Like for me, I just find meals that work well. They're like pretty enjoyable, but easy to prep. So if you can find that, don't be scared to repeat the meal twice. I was doing it in my gaining phase. I was having chicken, rice, veg for meals 3 and 4 then. And that is pretty much what this meal is now, obviously just minus the carbs. It's literally 0 carbs for the rest of the day, so things do get a little bit shit. So first ingredient that we've got is a total of 200 grams of mixed vegetables, as you can see here, frozen. Pour them into a pan, boil them for like 10 minutes, and that's done. That's your veg sauce done, nice and easy. And then the second ingredient of the meal is chicken breast. So 300 grams of chicken breast, 150 in each meal. So I don't get 2 lots of 300 grams, it's just 300 grams total for the day. which is then split into two, so 150 in each meal. Same there, as I said, 200 grams, but it's actually 100 grams per meal. So very, very, very low volume, low calorie meals, but at this point it is what it is. I've got like a week left of digging this hard, and then we'll be starting to reverse, and I'm pretty confident I can reverse my food up pretty quickly and get into a good spot. So I'm going to start prepping this now. This I'm just going to bang in the air fryer, and then the veg, as I said, we'll just boil that in a pan. So that's it for meals 3 and 4 prep. I'll show you the finished project when I'm actually eating the meals. Meal 3 time, ladies and gents. It is currently 5 minutes past 3, so 5 minutes later than the time I wanted to have this meal. Joking, measure doesn't matter. Anyway, here is the finished product from earlier, and again I need to flip you around. Here we are, 100 grams of mixed veg, as you can see down there, and then 100 grams of mixed veg. What did I say that? 100 gram mixed veg, 150 gram raw weight chicken. So as you can see, not the biggest of meals. It's not very satiating either, but at this point there's not really much more I can do to make this any more satiating. As I said, it's like 9 days left of digging before I start reversing out. So it is what it is. Like, as long as I keep busy, I'm honestly not that hungry. Like, yes, there's times where I'm like, okay, I could eat, but I honestly think prepping twice, 2 years in a row, generally you just get used to that feeling of hunger, and I don't actually mind it because that just makes me feel like the diet is working. So that's meal 3. Obviously meal 4 is exactly the same, so I probably won't show you that meal. I'm going to have it around 5 o'clock, but I'm going to scran this now. A little bit of lime mayo will go on there. I've got a Red Bull as well, again caffeinating to suppress the appetite, and I've got around 25 minutes to eat this. Do a little bit more work, and then I've actually got an in-person session with one of my clients. I'm not training, I'm just going to help him through his session for a little bit more guidance. So I've got that at 3:30. That'll be an hour and a bit, and then I've probably got quite a lot of steps to do. Let's check. Yes, I still have around 9,000 steps to do, so it's going to be a long evening. But again, keeping busy, keeping the mind distracted. And this is what a Saturday kind of looks like for me. Like, unless I say to myself, okay, I'm not going to do any work today, Saturday is basically a work day. There's not really weekends. You can just sort of choose when your days off are, which at the minute are very, very rare. I can't remember the last time I had a full day off not doing something towards coaching. So I'm going to scran this, and I'll probably catch you at meal 5. So I'll miss meal 4 because it's exactly the same as that, and then I'll catch you at meal 5 later on this evening, and I will be back home then. I'm ready to go to bed. So yeah, cheers, bosh. We're back in the kitchen for meal number 4, which I'm actually going to have my meal number 5 as my meal number 4, just because I fancy having that meal now instead, and then the other chicken meal later. And also, I can't be asked to film anything later on, so I thought I'll have that meal now. Then you're basically seeing the full day of eating for the training day. So yeah, meal number 4 going in now, which is actually meal 5. It is 5:30, and then meal number 5, which is actually normally meal number 4, I will have about 7:30ish, around 2 hours from now. So meal number 4 is going to consist of 100 grams of these lovely blueberries. Get 100 grams in there. There we go, 100 grams, and also 50 grams of whey, which I'm going to mix up into a sludge now. I still see people overcomplicating this whey paste thing. all you need, got hair in my mouth, all you need is a mug of some sort, you weigh and pour water in and mix it up. It's really not that hard. You can see now, I need more water. So all you do, run the tap slowly, add more water in and mix again. See, it's not that complicated. I don't understand how people struggle to do this. What I would recommend is, to get the perfect consistency that you like, is start with really minimal water and then really slowly add in. Like you can see, I've got the tap running incredibly slowly. So for me, that's still a little bit too thick. So we'll mix it up a bit more. Proper good mix. And there we have it. The whey paste, which is banging, by the way. Probably my favourite flavour of protein that I've had recently, Perform White Chocolate, is actually very, very good. But I am dieting, so don't take my word for it. I'll probably hate it about 2 weeks into the reversal. But Perform, they're pretty solid across the board. Just don't go for the weird flavours because they're never nice. And then all the protein recommendations. The JP one is nice, golden syrup, that is good, but it did make my digestion a bit funny. And other than that, I've had an ESN one. I think I had like a chocolate one, and that was really, really good. That's probably my favourite one I've ever had, so shout out ESN. I mean, if you're watching this, please sponsor me, that'd be great. But yeah, that is meal number 4. And then meal number 5 is obviously just going to be the same as meal number 3. So I'm going to round off. We've also got 20 grams of dark chocolate to go in there, actually. So that is the training day, full day of eating. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one really long video and show you my rest day food. So that is the end of today's full day of eating. I will see you in the morning for the 1,000 calorie rest day food. So yeah, cheers. Sithi, bye. See you in the morning. Bye, 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 bye. Welcome back, boys. Day 2 of the long full day of eating video. As you can tell, I'm being pretty quiet because it is 7:30 and Hannah's still asleep upstairs and I don't really want to wake her up. So yeah, after yesterday, woke up this morning, same weight as yesterday, but I was kind of expecting that because yesterday I dropped by like 0.7. And I'd had like 10 hours sleep. So I expected today I probably would weigh the same, but hopefully after today, with 1,000 calorie, the first time I've done 1,000 calories in this diet, full day of eating, I should get a nice drop. So obviously this morning, got up, weighed myself, been in the shower, done my teeth. Now I'm just gonna fill this up, get a good 1.5 litres of water in. I've also got a coffee, Mr. Blackburn Kiyama. So once I've had them, and the dog's food is settled in his stomach, we'll go on a walk, get a good amount of steps done. So yeah, I probably won't film too much this morning. I'm going to try and not have my first meal until quite a lot later on, until after I've done my cardio, which will be when Hannah gets up and we go to the gym. So I'll keep you updated with bits and bobs throughout the day. And of course, I'll show you all the meals.
Train body. I have my Greek yogurt. Someone over here didn't have any dark chocolate. And then I got 30 minutes cardio to do. Just like that.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else to say?
Like and subscribe, guys.
Oh dear. Here's current update on state of affairs. So the time is now 20 past 11. So obviously, last thing you'll have seen was Hannah trying to be a vlogger. So obviously I was doing work then, waiting for Hannah to eat a meal, so we could come to the gym. We are now at the gym. I've done 25 minutes cardio,
and like 25 minutes of steps. So that is cardio done, and 9,000 steps so far today for the current totals. Obviously still around 5,000 steps to do, but as I said, it's 20 past 11. I've got ages to do them now. So I thought I'd touch on quickly whilst I'm here, waiting for Hannah to finish a session, doing some more check-ins. Obviously 1,000 calories is very, very low, and you are going to be very hungry. 1,000 calories is at the point where it's pretty much impossible to volumize your meals enough to make you at least feel slightly full. So I am hungry majority of the day. One thing I want to touch on is in the morning, I'm a very hungry person in the morning. I love breakfast. It's easily my favorite meal of the day. So when I wake up and I'm hungry, I obviously want to eat that first meal, but I don't when food's this low. So what I'll do is straight away 1.5 litres within the first like 20 minutes of waking up. I'll also have a black coffee, a little bit of caffeine, and then I will get out for some steps straight away. And after I've done that process, that hunger does die down massively. It then does come back, like around now, I am pretty hungry. But as I said, I'm trying to delay that first meal as long as possible. So that's the quick update and a little tip for you there. Plan now is to just carry on with some work whilst I'm here. When Hannah finishes her session, which I'm guessing will be like another half an hour, I will be going home and having meal number 1, thank God. Excuse the poor quality as well, I'm having to record on my phone because I forgot my camera. So that's the current state of affairs. Gonna crack on with work, and I will pick the camera up again when I'm having meal 1 as soon as I get home. Finally boys, we are in for meal number 1 of the day. So it's actually 10 to 1 and I still obviously haven't ate a thing yet. So me and Hannah are actually planning on going to the cinema later. So I am actually now slightly behind on food, which isn't a bad thing. It just means I'm going to pair meal 1 and meal 2 together now to combine for meal 1. So usually a meal 1 is just this. So here we have an omelette that I made this morning, put into the Tupperware. It's just split up into 2 pieces. So 2 eggs, 2 slices of ham, a little bit of reduced fat cheese. So that would usually be meal number 1. It is still meal 1 today. But then we're combining it as well with what is usually meal number 2. So we have 250 grams of Greek yogurt, 10 grams of whey, and 100 grams of blueberries. So you can see meal 1 yesterday was egg, ham, cheese, exactly the same as this. But obviously today we don't have the bagel thin and we don't have the grapes. Obviously rest day, the carbohydrates don't really need to be prioritised. I don't really need as many carbohydrates because I don't need to fuel my training. So they're taken out of this meal. Very easy way to just build that deficit up. And then meal 2 again is exactly the same as yesterday. So, gosh, yeah, very excited to eat this. I'm going to tuck into it now. I've got a good chunk of work to get done. So I'll catch you at meal number 3, which is actually going to be meal number 2, but we'll class it as meal 3. So, yeah, let's freaking scram. Yo, yo, yo. The time is 3 minutes to 4, so 4 o'clock, and it is time for meal number 3. Obviously, it's actually meal number 2, but I put 2 meals into 1. So, meal number 3, and as I said, it's 4 p.m. So that just goes to show, boys, if you can keep yourself distracted, you won't even think about food when you're dieting. Since the last clip, I had a 20-minute nap, I can't even lie, and then I've literally been doing work that whole time. So I've been busy, keeping the mind distracted, and I'm not even that hungry right now, I'm not gonna lie. I just thought, okay, I probably should eat because I've got this meal and another 2 meals to get in. So again, if you're dieting, stay as busy as possible, even on your weekends. Just try and do something that's going to distract yourself, whatever that might be. But anyway, this meal is exactly the same as yesterday, which I had for meal 3. So 100 grams of blueberries, 20 grams of dark chocolate, which is under the whey somewhere, and then 50 grams of whey paste on top. Again, white chocolate perform, absolutely banging. So yeah, that is meal 3. It's 4 o'clock. Probably have meal 4 at 6 and then meal 5 at 8, and that'll be me done for the day. So I'm going to scram this now and then just get back on with more work. And then I need to go for another walk just to finish off the steps for the day. So this video, especially the second day, it's been a bit boring because there's not really much going on other than me doing my cardio, doing my steps, eating and doing work. So I don't really know what else to put into a full day of eating, but yeah, hopefully you're all still enjoying it. So I'm going to eat this, do some work, and I will catch you at meal number 4. Yo brothers, it's time to prep the last 2 meals of this rest day, 1,000 calorie full day of eating. And no shock, we've got exactly the same meals as yesterday. So meal 4 and 5 again are going to be exactly the same. I'm just having 2 lots of it. So once again, we'll be having 100 grams or 200 grams. Yeah, 200 grams total of mixed veg, boiled again, just in a pan, 100 grams in each meal. And then we've got 300 grams of chicken here, which again, 150 in each meal. I need to sneeze. Okay, it's gone. So yeah, that's the final 2 meals of the day. And another good note, if you're dieting or if you're in a gaining phase, just find what works for you. And even if you need to have the same foods on a rest day, which I do, you'll notice there's not been much comparison between the 2 days at all. The only difference is the carbs taken out of meal 1 because I'm not training, just because it makes my life as easy as possible. If you wanted a bit more freedom, variation, then of course go for it. If you're going to stick to it better by doing that, then go for it. But for me, I just like simplicity. I like to just eat the same thing every day because for me, food is just fuel. Like, I'm not really too bothered what it is, unless I'm having an off-plan meal, which then takes me like 2 hours to decide. But that's going to be the last 2 meals of the day. I'm not going to show you the final product because I want to get this video edited and uploaded today, but we will just go through the total macros for the past 2 days. So yesterday's training day food was protein was 165, carbs 120, fats 36, so 1,473 calories. And then today we've had protein 160, carbohydrates 58, and fats 34. So and total calories, they're actually 1,100 calories on today, so not 1,000. So I'm still going to put 1,000 in the title because it's more clickbaity. So that's the 2 days of eating wrapped up. And again, I want to preface this, right? You don't need to be doing this throughout your whole dieting phase. There's no need to do this, and you're going to feel like shit if you do. For the whole of this dieting phase, I've been 1,500 plus. It's only just got below that because I want to get it wrapped up as soon as possible so I can start reversing and nail the last like 6-7 months of my off season. So this is basically a pre-prep diet. So I'm only going to be running this food now for another week. I'll have done it for 10 days in total. So not long at all. It's obviously not going to have detrimental effects on my body, but you should not be doing this consistently over weeks and weeks, months and months. That is not going to be healthy. Okay, so that's a full day of eating wrapped up. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it's not too long, but hopefully you've learned a little bit or you've just been slightly entertained. But I always find these full days of eating a little bit weird because I record it and edit it and I think, Jesus, this is fucking boring. But I go and watch other people do exactly the same thing. So that's it for this video. I'm going to record again tomorrow, my upper session, and I'll get that uploaded either tomorrow night or Tuesday night. And we're keeping up on the YouTube now because I've actually really been enjoying it. And I want to grow a good amount of subscribers. Is that the right thing to say? I want to grow a good amount of subscribers before I go into prep in January. And I want to sort of document this last like 6-7 months of the off season as well to show you what I'm doing. So next video will be the upper session tomorrow, which will be uploaded Monday night or Tuesday night. And then from there, I'll probably do a split breakdown video, exactly what I'm doing to make sure and making the improvements needed for next year, which I'm absolutely buzzing for now. I can't wait. So that's this video done. Please like, subscribe. If you're watching it as well, please share it to your story. And if you want, put the link on your story as well when you're watching it, because I want to grow the channel as much as possible. Comment carrot if you watched to this point. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bosh.